Hey guys, welcome. In this tutorial we will create a complete racing car driving system. Let's get started. Welcome and select games. Here it's Unreal Engine. So when you open Unreal Engine, then we have to come here and select games. There we have to select a blank project. If you're a complete beginner, then you can check out my another lecture about Unreal Engine 5. Link will be in the description below. You can check it out. But if you know all these things, then you can continue this lecture. So let me come and select blank project from here, and here I'll select blueprints, as we want to use blueprints in this lecture. And everything is set up. I'll select here. I will give it a name like vehicle game, and let's create it. So this is Unreal Engine 5, and you can see we have nothing right here now. Everything is empty. But we need some vehicle map and something like that. For that I want to use some free assets from Epic Games Marketplace, which is called vehicle game. You can download vehicle game or create this project, but there is one problem. As you know, it is not for Unreal Engine 5. It's not updated yet. It is only for Unreal Engine 4. So you can create a project for this and convert it to Unreal Engine 5. It will take a little bit time. That's why I did this before I record this lecture. I will show you. You can download this project from the link will be in the description below. So this is the project. I converted those files from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. If you want to know how to convert projects from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5, I will record a lecture. If it's already recorded, then you can find the link in the description below. So let me come to continue browser, and here you can see you can download this. This will also be in the description below. So after downloading it and opening it, you can start working on this project, or if you can create a new project and migrate these assets. So I'll select maps and sounds and vehicles and effects. These 4 folders I will select. Anything related to this will be selected by Unreal Engine 5 automatically. So I'll right click on this, and then I will tell him migrate. All these files will be migrated to our new project. Okay, so now you have to find your project. So here is our vehicle game project. I will open content folder, and remember, it should be content folder. You cannot migrate files to any other folder. So we have to select content folder, and let's select the folder. And there we go, it's completed. I can close this project now, and this is our project. We have all those tools right here. So we can come to maps, and from maps we can select this map. So this is for car racing. And finally, that's it. It's perfect and it's working. Remember, as this is Unreal Engine 4's project and it's converted to Unreal Engine 5, some things may not work properly. So that's why some blueprints or in this project, maybe some files will not work correctly. That's why we have to fix them. Like this blueprint is not working correctly. I don't know what this blueprint is for, but I will delete it. If we need anything like that, we will add it later on. So now as you can see, this is a beautiful map and it is completely ready for car racing. So let's create our car. If I come to continue browser, there we have vehicle. If I come here, we have vehicle blueprint. But as you know, these blueprints will not work because these are made in Unreal Engine 4 and it's not correctly converted to Unreal Engine 5. Then I will come to meshes, and there we have our skeletal mesh. Let me come. This is our skeletal mesh for car. This is a great one. I really like this car for racing. And then let me come here. We have physics. Car physics are very important for car driving or vehicle control system. so that's why you have to check its physics. I will show you right now how we can add physics to a car if it doesn't have. And finally, if I come here, this is skeletal mesh, so you can see it is skeletal mesh right here. Now I'll come back to physics. So if any car doesn't has these physics tools, you can come and add those from here. But as you can see, this car already has its physics, so I will not touch it. I think it's perfect. After that, I will come back to our project, and then I will come to plugins, because we have to activate chaos. So this is chaos vehicle plugin. Remember, this is very important. Like, chaos is a great system in Unreal Engine 5 for drivable cars, so that's why I have to activate chaos vehicles plugin. If you don't activate chaos vehicle plugin, so what will happen? Let me come to our map, and if I come here, I will come to blueprints. I want to create a new blueprint. We need, for cars, we need to come to all classes and search for weld. But as you can see, we don't have anything with the name of wheel, because we have not activated this plugin. When we activate this plugin, yes, and restart our project, then we will be able to activate that. Let me save everything, and that's it. It's activated. Now we can close plugins from here. And now if I come here to continue browser, here we have vehicles. I'll come to blueprint, and I'll right click a new blueprint class. This time I'll search for weld vehicle pawn. Now you can see we can find him right here, but if you don't activate that plugin, then you will face this kind of problem. So let me click and select this one, and I will give it a name like BP, short for blueprint vehicle, something like that. Now I can open this blueprint, and there we go. I can come to mesh, and from mesh I have to select our car. Now you can see this is our car mesh. Now if I compile and save it, let me come and add him to the map. There we go. So this is correct, and this is our car ready for racing. But till now, as you can see, we are not able to drive the car. Now we will do it. So as you know, it's not drivable as it. Now I have to come to BP vehicle, and here we have to add functionality for driving the car. To do so, I'll come to vehicle movement component, and from there, here we have a wheel setup. I'll add 4 wheels. Our car should have 4 wheels. And bone names, we have to give them names, and we already have those bone names right here. Let me copy from left socket name, copy selected bone name, and now I will come and paste it right here. Let me come to the second bone, and second bone is front right, this one. Let me copy this one also and paste it right here. Then these are front wheels and these are back wheels. So now let me come and select back left first, and I'll copy selected bone name, and then I'll paste it right there. Let me come once again, and back right, I'll copy socket, not socket, bone name, and paste it right there. So there we go. I have to compile it, and this time we have to create a well class for that. You can see there we have well class, and we don't have any well classes yet. This is not ours, so that's why we have to create a new blueprint for this. Where do we want to save it? I think this is the right place. New chaos vehicle. I will give it a name like front left. So this is front left. I will save this one, Okay. So we cannot give dot right there. Now we can use it, front left. And here we have to set up a little bit settings. First we have to change its axle type. So axle type we have to, it is front car, and let's find the wheel radius and width. So to find it, I think the easiest way is to look from top in wireframe mode, and I will zoom it. This is our wheel. Now you can see I can measure it. It's something like, you can see 50. So 50, let me bring it right here. So this well width is around 50, and let me check its radius. It's around something like 120, but I will give 115, something like that. So that's it, it's ready. And what about offset and these things? It's okay. Well, with anything else, if you want to change it, so friction force multiplier for front car, I will change it to something like 4. And let me check anything else. Affected by handbrake, I don't think it's required. Affected by engine, nope. And there we have affected by steering. As this is front car, it should be affected by steering, and I will change this angle to 45, something like that. And there we go. I think it's okay. It's okay. I will compile and save it. And if I come back to our car vehicle, there we have it. I can select this front left for front left car, and I can select same one for front right also. So for left, for back, or for rear wheels, I have to change, or I have to create a new class, and I'll give this one a name like back left class. And here also we have to change a little bit settings. This is rear wheels and 115. What about this one? I forgot it. It's 50. So let me give this one value as 50. And I think this friction force multiplier, I want to change it to 4 or 5. And then let's check anything else. This should be affected by engine, because this is rear cars, and affected by handbrake also, and it should not be affected by steering. I think that's it. That's ready. I think that's to be changed. Now let me compile and save it. Let me close these two and select for back right wheel. Also we have to select back class. As you can see, wheel setups are finished, and now let's check if anything else is required to be done. In custom mechanical setup, here we have to change this torque curve. As you can see, we don't have an external curve till now. I will come and add a new one. As you can see, there is nothing. I have to come and create external curve. I want to save it right there with the same name, and there we go. Now this time I will come and open this torque curve. Here we have to add some settings into this. First, set the value to 0. Let me add 1 point right here. You can see you can add point by clicking middle mouse button, and to this one I will give a value of 0.5, and then I will come and add one more, and I will add one more point right here. This time I'll give this here, give this a value something like 5,000. So there should be a big distance between them. Now let me come and bring it this side. These are our 2 points. You can see this is around 0.5 and this is around 5,000. And we have to add another point right here. So let me add like 2 points. I think we have to add. Let me add 2 points, and let me make this one 0 and this 0.5, and I will make this one something in around 1000, and this one something like between value and in 1, and I will change this one to something like 4000, and change this value. It should become less again, so this time I'll change this back to 0.5, and this one should also be in 0.5. So now let me press F. So now you can see this is a curve we want for our torque curve. I think it's ready. Now let me save it, and I will close this torque curve from here. I'll come to our BP vehicle again, and here I will change max RPM to 5000, because you know our max torque is also 5000, so I'll change it to 5000, and I think everything is ready. So after this I will come to mesh, and in mesh we have to activate physics also. As you can see, simulate physics or disable, it's important to be enabled. I will enable physics because you can see we use physics for our cars, for a realistic car, so I will enable physics for that also. And now one more thing, we have to add a camera, because if we don't have camera then we will not be able to see what are we doing right here. So if I come here and possess this car in the map, let me possess it. I will select player 0 for this, and if I play this time, you can see our camera is in some place inside. I don't know where is it, so this is not good. I will come back, and this time I will add camera to that. So I'll come here and search for camera. We have not to directly add the camera, we can add spring arm component. So there we have spring arm component, and then I'll add camera attached to spring arm, and there we go. Now we can change spring arm a little bit. I will bring it, I think this should be 0. I only have to change this value and the length of spring arm, and now I think it should be perfect. So this time if I play the car, I think still we need to bring it a little bit more up, something like that. I'll rotate it a little bit. So if I play it this time, I think this is correct. This is something I want. So now I will close this back. As you can see, this is our car now ready. It's physics or something so still not working correctly, but don't worry, we will fix that in a moment. For now it is time to drive our car, to move our car a little bit. For that we have to come to event grab. Remember, event grab is for like adding functionality to our code. I will delete all these things because we don't need none of them. And now I will compile it. Let me come to project settings. Inside project settings I have to come to input axis. So I will come to axis mapping, and let me add axis mapping for throttle, one more for brake, one more for move right, something like that. I think these are enough. So now let me search for W or to move it, and I'll add S for moving backward, and will give minus value. For brake I'll also add S, and for move right I will add D to move right, and I will add A to move left, and I will give a minus value into that one. So there we go, it's ready. Now if I come to vehicle blueprint back, and here I will search for throttle, and from axis event I'll open this throttle one, and here I will search for set throttle input for vehicle movement component. So there we go, and you can see we need this throttle value. I can take it from axis value. After that I will come here, and this time I'll search for move right. So there we have our axis event. We'll add this one and set steering input, and here also we need a steering value. I will take it from axis value. Finally I will search for brake. Here we have brake, and let me search for set brake input. There we go, this is our value. Now I will compile and save everything. If I come to our map and play the game, so now you can see we can move forward by pressing W, we can move right by pressing E and D, and we can move backward by pressing S. That's ready, but as you can see we have one more problem. Our tires are not ready and physics still has a little problem, but don't worry, I will fix it. And one more thing I want to add, I want to enable use pawn control rotation, so that I want to move it, I want to rotate our camera, and but still if I come and play it will not move, because you can see we have to add some more things in project settings. I will come to input, and here I will add look up down, and I will add one more for where is it, let me add it, and look right left, something like that. For up down I will search for mouse X, and for right left I will search for mouse Y. And this time if I come to vehicle blueprint, I will come a little bit this side and search for look up down from axis event, and here I'll search for at controller yaw input. There we go, and this time look right left, and I'll search for at controller pitch input. If I compile it and this time come and play, you can see now I can look around the car, but there is one more still there is one problem with looking up and down. I have to change its value to minus. Let me come to settings, and this X value I will change it to -1. This time if I come and play the game, let me check if it is right or not. Now this time I think I changed the wrong value. Let me make it 1 back and make this one -1. I'm confused in this, but it's okay, this time it's perfect. Now you can see I can move, and that is great. But our car is in the air. that's okay. I will fix it in a moment. But first I want to add animation blueprint to like our car its wheels should be spinning while it's moving. So I'll come to animation, and here I will select animation blueprint, and I'll select our car vehicle, and this will be animation blueprint for our car, and there we go. Here this is our animation blueprint. Inside animation blueprint So first I will come to class settings and change its parent to vehicle animation instance. There we have vehicle animation instance. So this is our vehicle animation instance. I'll select this one. I will come right here and search for mesh space reference pose to get the current pose, and then I will come from here. We'll search for wheel controller for wheel vehicle. Alpha is 1. That's perfect. And now let's connect it to the result, and there we go. I'll compile and save it. Come to vehicle, blueprint vehicle, and then I'll come to mesh. Inside mesh I will come to animation mode and select animation blueprint, and anim class should be animation blueprint of car. Let me compile and save everything and come back to our map. This time if I play the game, let's see. Wow, there we go. Our car is spinning and we can steer, but there is some problems, you know, with our car speed and that kind of things. I will fix that in a moment, but before everything I'll come and fix the physics a bit. So for fixing physics problem I have to come to our weld class, and in this I have to change this radius. I think this is 50 and this is 120, something like that. Let me change both of them. We don't need animation blueprint anymore. Settings, I can close this, and finally I'll come to vehicle. Let me find our wheel class for left one, for back I think. Yes, this is 50 and this is 115. Compile and save everything. This time if I play the game, but this time we have a problem with our camera. So to fix camera problem, let me come and bring our spring arm a little bit. I will move it right there, and I will move the camera a little bit down. Let me play the game this time, and there we go. But still, as you can see, there is a problem with physics, but we can move it correctly. I have to change it a little bit. It should not be 50, I think 80, something like 80 is good for them. It might work. Yes, that's perfect. And as you can see, our car is ready, but let's change the speed a little bit. To change the speed, first of all I will come here and let's add delta seconds. So what is delta second? Delta second is a big topic. I don't want to talk about that in this lecture, but I will show you for controlling the speed we can use delta second. And the good news about delta seconds is that it will give a constant speed for our car. Like if I come to frames per second, in my computer it is around 35 frames per second. It means that if I press our key, then this will be called 35 times per second. If a computer has high frames per second like 120, then in that computer this car will move faster than my computer. So that's why we have to use delta seconds for controlling our speed, that it should be same, like its speed should be same in my computer like 30 or 35 frames per second, and in anyone else computer who has around 120 frames per second. So let me come here and search for delta seconds. Here we have get world delta seconds, and let me add a variable right here. This will be speed variable, and I will change it to float. I'll compile and will give it a value like 400. The speed should not, 400 is too slow. I think I'll change it to 800, and I will take this one, get, and let me multiply these two. So after multiplying, I will bring the final result right here. So let me add one more pen because we have to multiply our axis value also. So there we go. I will copy this, and for move right or move left, I think those are okay for now, but I have to bring it for break. So let me bring it right there and there. Let me compile and save it. This time if I come and play the game, we will have constant speed. So it is ready. If you think this is speed is slow, I can come and change the speed from here. If I come to speed variable, I will change it to 1600 and compile. This time I will play. Thanks guys for watching this tutorial, and this was a huge one. We talked about creating a complete driving car like this one. So please like and share the video and subscribe the channel for more videos. Thanks, see you soon. Yeah.